What the fuck? ¿Hay un código QR ahí? ¿Qué hace un código QR ahí? Tranquila, tranquila. Tenemos que recorrer otros dos caminos, creo, así que tranqui. Dice que no. Ey, no te voy a hacer nada, tranquilo.
Oh, here you are, the talk of the town. You're the Prince Slayer, are you not? I've heard a lot about you. Most of it is quite hard to believe, I must say. I'm Nuri, the blacksmith of Fons. I apologize, but nowadays I dare not risk leaving the safety of my home the way things are. But I'm still willing to perform my art, providing the arms you produce are worthy of the effort. The best tools of battle need nurturing, and I pledge to sharpen blunt blades and reshape pummeled armor. But don't expect me to waste my time with trivial craftsmanship. I only deal with unique equipment. Would you have me look at your weapons and armor? They'd better be one of a kind. All right, show me your wares. Leave the items that require fixing in my care. My smithing cannot be rushed. I like to take my time. Never forget that.
Ah, está acá atrás mío. Arboleda de los Silence. Y la berries. Uno menos. Sí, está muerto. Es un gigante muerto acá. Un orco gigante.
is it? Oh my, how do you do, my dear? Pardon me for not inviting you in. You must understand, child, these are dangerous times. Dangerous indeed. What? You aim to enter the plains of Turim? Have you lost your mind, child? That is absolutely preposterous. A terrible curse has taken hold of the area. Surely you must have heard. But wait. Oh, yes, I can sense it. I can indeed. Your burning resolve. Could you be the one to undo the corruption which consumes this place? I have no choice but to put my faith in you. As far as I know, the only way to get to those grounds nowadays is through a tunnel, and the door which leads to it is locked. I was entrusted with the key a long time ago. I swore I would never allow anyone to defile the eternal slumber of the dead. But for you, I shall break the oath. Here is the key. Please, child, do be careful. Why am I living alone out here, you ask? Why, indeed. Well, if you must know, I used to be the servant of fawns. Up to today, my, let's call it interest in the culture of the ancestors made some of my neighbors grow wary of my endeavors. I eventually realized the best course of action would be to step away to avoid their evil eye. So I decided to move in closer to the plains of Turim, where I could further pursue my passion. For many a year, I studied the creatures most folks call brutes. Fascinating beings indeed. I found that one can still learn much of the ancestral legacy by understanding their behavior. It filled me with gratitude that the brutes tolerated my presence, even this close to their sacred grounds. But, my dear, it saddens me to tell you that tragedy has befallen this wondrous place. I no longer dare to leave my home, let alone tread on that once virgin soil, now cursed with something worse than death. You shall witness it with your very eyes soon enough. It all started when one of the king's sons arrived, Prince Ethos. He first approached the brutes with diplomacy. They are naive and childlike beings. Ended up being easily outwitted by the silver-tongued prince. Alas, it did not take long for war and violence to show their horrid heads. I'm afraid the whole thing is a lost cause, child. Lost indeed. What was once a thing of beauty has now decayed. But maybe you could somehow... Well, enough of that. Thanks for listening to the prattle of this old woman, my dear. Thank you indeed. You should be on your way. Best of luck. Well, enough of that.
No hay un puente. Medio podrido. El Ars prueba la fe de buen peregrino. Los ritos de purificación de los ritos son para los dioses, así que debes entrar bien preparado. Allá hay otro orco muerto también. 2. Mierda. Vamos, llamo por acá y a ver qué encontró. Sabía que iba a pasar eso. Vamos a abrir rápido antes que nos diga alguien más. ¿Qué hay acá? Mejor que nada es. Ok, tengo que saltar un buen brinco acá. Mira. ¿Y este qué? No veo que está muerto. Acá hay una escalera. Ok, acá empiezan los soldados un poco más fuertes, ¿no creen? Por favor, que no reviva ninguno de estos dos porque me voy a morir. Ok, tendré que ir por el otro lado entonces. Con permiso, dijo el petizo. What the fuck? ¿Hay un código QR ahí? ¿Qué hace un código QR ahí? A ver, voy a abrirlo. ¿Tengo un lector de QR ya? Creo que me voy a descargar después un lector de código QR o ver eso. Pero what the fuck, ¿qué hace un código QR ahí? Está muy bueno, es tipo un mini easter egg, está bueno. Vamos a recargar un poco de estamina. ¡Salta! Ahí está. Bueno, ahora vamos por acá y a ver qué encontramos. Por favor, no revivas. Ah, llave de Arx. No tengo la vida para pelear con algo así. Pero bueno, volvamos. Tenemos la llave, así que supongo que tenemos que bajar donde estábamos antes. Acá. Recuperemos algo de estamina. Tomemos carrera. ¡Salta! Ahí está. Vamos a por acá. Así que supongo que esta tierra está maldita y revive a los muertos. Ahí está, ahí lo abrí, buenísimo. ¿Un cofre? ¿Y qué hay acá? Arco rapaz. Bueno, no es para quejarme. Solo un arco. Me recorrí toda mazmorra por un arco. Bueno, no tengo problema, pero... ¿Esperaba algo más? Algo más relevante para la historia, ¿no? ¿Un arco? ¿Volvamos entonces? Ya looteé lo que tenía que lootear. No sé cómo ir para ese lado. Aquí hay una cueva. ¿Es este el camino hacia la tierra maldita? Oh, sí, es este. Por un momento pensé que era el otro, pero... Ok. No sé qué fue ese ruido. Vamos tranquilos. Señor.
Oh, please, girl. Don't come near me. You might get cursed if you get too close. My men, my brothers in arms, I watched them fall.
De sus
I
cadáveres.
watched them all die. But then something wicked, grotesque, took hold of their corpses. All of a sudden, blood-red flowers started to burst out of the once sterile ground. The very balance of life disrupted. I simply couldn't believe my eyes. At that moment, the dead all around me began to rise. I just ran, like the bloody coward I am.
No eres un cobarde, tranquilo.
I just...
Pues puta, dejame de molestar. Pesado de mierda. Así que ese tipo está maldito y hay una maldición acá. Increíble. Él no se va a acercar a la oscuridad. Puta madre, necesito una antorcha. Ah, igual puedo subir por acá.
You're here! Just as Joran said you would be! I must thank you again for saving me from a most terrible fate. Were it not for you, my old bones would certainly be burned timber by now. I will always be in your debt. Say, have you talked to that foreigner at the hamlet? The odd fellow wearing a blue turban? Good heavens, the man can play a tune.
Sí.
And he seems to be very interested in your tale. He told me to head towards the plains of Turin, if I wish to be of use to you. I thought the way here was cut off, but that bard sure knows the lay of the land. He showed me exactly where to go. I found that there were 2 levers inside the room, on each side of the gate. They need to be operated in tandem. Only then will those weight contraptions work. I already took care of the lever in the room behind me. No need for you to climb up those wooden ladders. As far as I know, this land used to be brute territory. A holy place of sorts, which should have been left well alone if you ask me. But alas, after the schism, along came Prince Ethos with his army, marching to the beat of the drums, and the rest, as they say, is history. But since something wicked has happened here, the vacant gaze of that poor broken guard over there tells the whole tale. I'm helping you open this gate, but I simply don't have it in me to cross its threshold. I'm truly sorry. I tell you, I'm confident you will fight your way through any hardship, alongside that magnificent elk of yours. I dare say, I have never seen such a truer bond. Good luck, young one, and be careful.